So let me show you how to buy a BasedAI Brain, or at least part of one, all in a few and easy to follow steps, as promised. Because as we know, BasedAI's MAINET, their official blockchain website, is now available, is live, and many of you guys have been asking me how you can participate in this ecosystem. And first, I'm just going to provide some general context as I do as to why you should care, why this could be a good investment for you, and what is so important of BasedAI's project. And then we'll jump into the how-to part, okay? So my name is Jessica. I'm so happy you've joined me today and are interested in learning more about BasedAI. And without further ado, let us get started. Okay, so as you can see on my screen, and as I mentioned a moment ago, MAINET on Based is now live. This is amazing. This is their official blockchain where you can interact and officially do business. So it's really, really exciting. I know many of you have been waiting for updates or asking me like, hey, what's going on? So here you have it. It is now live. And why this is so important is because, as you can read on my screen here by Kaduna, Crypto Kaduna, this is what they say. They say AI infrastructure is going to make an L1-like run in 2021. And AI agents are like the killer apps on this layer one. So what does this really mean for us? It means that much like in 2021, if you were here, you would know layer ones, they pumped like crazy. And the apps, or the dApps, decentralized apps that ran on those ecosystems or were built upon them where people made like their multiple gains. Well, what Kaduna is saying here, and I agree, is that AI agents, as we've already seen, there's a few of them, they are going to be the hot topic this bull run. They are going to be like those hot like micro cap dApps that ran on the hottest layer ones last bull run. So as they would say in Spanish, like ojo, like pay attention, like focus in, pay attention to AI agents this bull run, because that's where a lot of the money is going to be made there. Shifting gears a little bit to talk about Based. This is by the IDO guy. Great account. I'd encourage you to go follow them. They share everything about the latest IDOs and what is going on. And they say this, they say, they did it. Based, that's the ticker, $Based, is a serious project if you're into AI agent, meta, or AI broadly. OG devs behind it, a long time in the making, and well ahead of the curve, so well ahead of their time. So he says, think of Tau, the tensor, which I made a whole video on, but more. And I've actually heard them on calls, and they bring up some really, really good points. And I'm so happy now that they've released the marketing information that they have that helps us understand them, because they're like really, really high level, super nerdy devs, and it's a lot to capture. But moving on, the market cap is at 225 million, or a little bit higher actually now. So for an L1 that will build exponentially via the AI creatures, or their AI agents that will be training the model in itself to learn, adapt, and grow. It's actually a really beautiful gamified process they built out, which we're going to get into more in this video. So just hang tight. He says, expect a lot of attention around this project in the next few days. Now, guys, this is the meat and potatoes of this video in terms of explaining Based and all that's going on there. So just bear with me and play me on 2x if you need to, but really I'm going to read it all for you and explain things along the way, and just try to absorb it and think through and connect the dots. Okay, so let's get started. This is by BPC Crypto 11, a diehard member of the PEPECOIN and the BasedAI community. And keep in mind, as I say this, they're technically two separate teams. They are not the same team, although their token economics, which were recently revamped, and their gamified relationship between the two of them are closely tied. So it can lead you to think, hey, are they the same project? Is this the meme coin of Based? What's going on? But they're technically two separate teams. They just have a close relationship. So this is what you need to know. BasedAI mainnet is now live. Okay, so this is a decentralized AI network where you earn Based, you can stake it, and this is how you can get started, basically. So what is BasedAI? BasedAI is a blockchain-based AI network focused on privacy, security, and self-evolution. The self-evolution bit is what truly makes it different to other blockchains. It enables AI agents, which they call AKA creatures, to collaborate and grow under their brains while evolving through the based God AI system. So this is a lot to take in, but the way I see it is if you go to their website, okay, let me replay this for you. You see how it's like you zoom in and there's like this, it looks like a universe, right? You know, if God had a shape, I think it may look something like this, which is like a collective consciousness that is more and larger than just one dot or one entity. God is everywhere and everything. Not to get super spiritual, but this is how their network looks like, which if you have heard theories of God, then like this is what it may look like, right? So each of the points that you saw in this decentralized map of dots would be a brain. And the mass of all these dots would be the based God AI system or neural system. So what are brains? Brains are the core of the based AI network, or the foundation. I think that might be a better word. So brains are the foundation of the based AI network, functioning as a decentralized container for AI tasks. There are only 1,024 brains in existence, with validators and miners supporting each. So think of them as DAOs for AI. So this is how you can get a brain, and I'm going to walk you through all the steps in this video. You can burn your PEPECOIN for brain credits, 1,000 per brain. You can stake 100,000 PEPECOIN for a redeemable brain NFT. So it's cheaper in a way to just burn your PEPECOIN, but keep in mind you never get them back. That's it. You remove this PEPECOIN forever, okay, from circulation. So you do need more. You need 100,000 PEPECOIN to redeem a brain NFT if you're going to stake them, which is great because you can unstake them and take your PEPECOIN back, which is awesome, I think, and something you should think about if you still want to move your money around, because PEPECOIN may run like crazy since it is in the meme category this bull run, which means you may want that PEPECOIN back, right? So you can like take some profits from it or roll it into other investment opportunities. But if you're seeing this as a long-term investment, as if you're investing in the next Microsoft, or as if you had the opportunity to invest into like OpenAI, for instance, which is not open, by the way, you are the product. It's free because you're basically training it with all your data for free. But imagine if you had the opportunity to invest in Facebook in the early days. That is, if you are in a position and you have the funds to lock up for a long-term investment, then burning them for a brain could be a good option for you. But if you're still looking to turn money, because we're still early, we're just entering the parabolic altcoin season, so you may not want to tie up all of your PEPECOIN is what I'm saying. So these are two different options. But if you want more information, you can click on this link, and I'll link this below for you guys. I'm actually going to link below a whole document that'll take you step by step on how you can mint your own brain NFT or earn brain credits by staking or burning your PEPECOIN, and how you can claim back your PEPECOIN once you've staked them. That will be linked below. But if you just want to jump into it right away, you're watching this video, you just want to get started, click on this link or go to burn.pepecoin.io. We'll get into that in a second, but that's where you can go. Moving on, what is Based? So Based is the Based AI's system. It's their native token, Based. And what is Based tokens good for? Okay, so they can be rewards to brain owners. So basically, it's like a node. Think of a brain as a node. So if you own a node, usually you get like emissions, right? Like you get fees or you get paid out some token every month. It's like real estate in a way. So these Based tokens will be paid out to brain owners, to validators and miners who help secure and keep the system running, right? Because someone has to verify transactions. So those would be the validators and the miners. The Based token is also used for governance. So if you own a certain amount, then at certain tiers or levels, and this would be in their revised token economics, by the way, they just revised their token economics. So I don't know those details for you just now because this video was quite dense and is quite dense in itself. But if you do want me to go through token economics in a separate video, I'm happy to do that deep dive for you. But as of now, what I do know is that holding a certain amount of these base tokens will give you like voting rights and having a voice as to how the system continues to evolve. All right, you'll also be able to stake your based tokens via the brains, or think of nodes via their nodes, to earn emissions. So this is all of this that I listed is the uses for the token and how it will be used in terms of its initial emissions, right? Or how can I say this? Like their initial distribution, like the distribution schedule of their token, because that's what's so beautiful of blockchains and the cryptocurrencies that are spun out from blockchains, is that they all have a programmable frequency in which everything is done. A good project, smart contract, or their code should ideally not be editable, changeable. It should be created, done, and then floating off into the metaverse, right? It should not be editable. And oftentimes when they are, it allows for the smart contract or that project's code to be hacked. And that's how a lot of projects have been hacked. So anyway, back to the way their initial emissions distribution of their crypto, called based, works is there's 8,000 based tokens created, minted every 10 seconds with a Bitcoin style halving mechanism. So this most likely means every 4 years there's a halving. So the amount of tokens produced every 10 seconds will get cut in half until eventually there are no more tokens. So that reduces supply and it makes the price go up. Quite beautiful. So what's new? This is what I was telling you a moment ago. Tokenomics have been adjusted. So this is a whole, I feel, conversation of its own, but you can also go read about it on their website. I'm just letting you know that now their based token denomination increased 1,000 times. They also have their ERC20, that's just the contract token compatibility with Ethereum tokens, which is great because Ethereum is still the dominant network upon which all crypto tokens run on. So this is really great. So their ERC20, or Ethereum compatible based token, will bridge to its layer 1 based at 1 to 1,000. So that'll be the ratio. And then also PEPECOIN, which is closely related to based, their burn rates will rise. This is like an extension of their token economics update. So now their PEPECOIN burn rates will rise as brains are minted. So basically there will be less PEPECOINs in circulation as brains are created. And that's the gamified relationship between the brains being created and PEPECOIN supply going down, which will increase PEPECOIN's price, which, as they say here, will add scarcity or increase value, in other words. Next, they have a creatures update. This is the next phase. And I will bring you guys these updates as they continue to roll them out. So you can tune in and subscribe because I will be bringing you guys these updates. So creatures, they're creatures. Once again, think of them as AI agents. 2.0 is what they say, or what they said in their own words. So they're like AGI, or artificial general intelligence times 2 is what they're saying. And this is what a lot of the world and people in the tech space, maybe you've been following or maybe you haven't. This is what many people are scared of, because it's basically going to be like a human being on steroids that can learn like exponentially and evolve in a way that threatens humanity, is like the theory. I'm not saying it's true, but that's the theory. And that's why a project like BasedAI is so important, because they bring back and they give back to us our privacy. They're not selling our data like OpenAI is basically doing, because you don't think ad companies are going to go to OpenAI and be like, hey, you know, can you sell us your data so we can improve our ad targeting, right? Governments, I bet, are already asking OpenAI for access to their data that we're giving them for free, right? I know Apple phones, I'm going on a tangent right now, I know, but you know, your Apple phones, like they're like our phones are already integrated. This is not my Apple phone, by the way. My phone's over here. They are already highly integrated with AI. This last version of the AI of the Apple phone is highly integrated with AI. This is part of, you know, what's his name? Snowden, Edgar, something like this. Snowden, that is in exile right now, somewhere in Europe. This is why he is in exile, in hiding, is because he basically revealed how the government is listening to us, how we're not safe. We basically have to remove the microphones off of our phones, like the hardware itself, to keep them from listening to us. And this is why you can be thinking a thought or talking with a friend about something that you want, and then you look at your phone and like, oh, coincidental, Amazon is showing you a very specific ad for what you were looking for, or Google shows you some ad exactly for what you were looking for, or Facebook or Instagram, or they're listening. Like, I hate to get conspiratorial. It's not a conspiracy. There's so much data on this. You just need to like ask me in the comments below and I'll share a lot more with you. But this is why a project like Based is so important, because they give back to us our privacy for those that choose to onboard into their system, into the world, and participate. And instead of going to OpenAI, we start using them, and they don't have, I don't believe yet anyway, like a ChatGPT equivalent, but I believe their creatures are the beginning of this. So anyway, it's very important. This project's very, very important, like far beyond just a token and making returns on an investment. It's an important project. Their technology, their underlying blockchain is very, very important for humanity. But moving on, their creatures, as I was saying right now, are like AGI 2.0 is what they say. And they are evolving AI agents running under brains, running under their nodes that they call brains. And what's in development are their creatures, or their own AGIs, autonomous wallets. And their creatures, or their AGIs, will be tokenizing cultural trends. This one bullet point here, I feel is like underrated, or it's like there's so much packed into this statement. I hope you can see it on my screen, because this basically to me speaks of the fact that Based AI is going to be spinning off AI agents that are going to be like memes or creating memes. That's what that means. Tokenizing cultural trends. Memes are a representation of culture and trends, virality. So viral memes with the token. This is just the technical way of saying it right here, tokenizing cultural trends. And we know that virtuals, which I covered in my last video and my previous to last video, is all about this. Virtuals, if you missed it, Virtuals.io allows you to create an AI, like at a click of a button, that has use. Right? It's a utility AI, memeable AI that has a personality and is like a little character. That's what they're basically saying here to me. I may be wrong. So Based team, if you're listening to this, please comment below and let me know what this actually means, because that's what it says to me. That said, moving on. And these creatures, right, or their AI, AGI equivalent agents, are going to be competing in the agent arena. They're entering into the crypto space to be competing with other AIs. But what's beautiful, this is very clever of them, is that each agent that's created, as it learns, right, and as we willingly train them, that information will go back to further improve and help Based AI's neural network improve altogether. So it's really quite beautiful the way they design this. Next point, number 7. So quick tips for new users. You can redeem your brain credits here. As I said, burn.pepecoin.io/redeem. I'll show you guys this in a second. You can also stake your Based tokens to get brains via their Based CLI. CLI means command line interface. So it basically allows you to interact directly with the network. And you can use your PEPECOIN for minting or staking brains to start earning Based. All of things that I'm going to show you guys in a few seconds. So what to do now? These are the things that you can do. So take a screenshot, pause the video. These are the things you can do now. You can either stake or burn your PEPECOIN to acquire brains, buy brains, basically. Swap them for brains, or brain credits. You can also manage your Based tokens using the Based CLI, or direct command line interface, or MetaMask, but you have to add Based AI's network. Then you can hold or stake your brain NFT for Based emission. So more details coming soon as the network evolves, they say. And then they put in a PS, creatures are hungry for PEPECOIN. It's a little creepy. And then you can follow this handle on Twitter. It's @BasedAI for updates. And then they threw in all their hashtags, right? So let's keep moving on. I know that was dense, but just like go back and play it again on 2x or slow it down, whatever you need to do. So if you want to acquire a brain, I will leave this linked below, but it's basically docs at basedlabs.net. And we're going to read through it real fast. But basically, this is how you can acquire brains in BasedAI. So there are two primary methods to acquire brains. You can stake your PEPECOIN, at which point a brain NFT will be immediately issued to you, or you can burn your PEPECOIN for brain credits. And brain credits, up to 1,000 of them, can be redeemed for a brain NFT. So how does the staking process work? To stake for a brain, you need to stake at least 100,000 PEPECOIN, and this will earn you 1 brain NFT. And what happens to your PEPECOIN after you stake it for a brain? So if you deposit 100,000 PEPECOIN to get a brain, you can redeem your PEPECOIN after the 90-day period. So like really pay attention to this part. It's going to take 90 days, but you must deposit 1 brain NFT to do so. Redeeming your PEPECOIN forfeits, right, or gives up your rights, right, over the deposited brain, which does not need to be the original brain you earned via staking, and adds your brain back to the available pools of brains. And what is the burning process? And how does it differ from staking? To burn a brain, you can burn any amount of PEPECOIN to receive brain credits. 1,000 brain credits are redeemable for 1 brain NFT through the redeemable tab. The exchange rate of PEPECOIN to brain credits increases as more PEPECOIN is burned, and burning offers more flexibility in terms of amount and timing compared to staking. So how does the increasing cost of brain credits work? This is a bit detailed and granular, so I'm going to skip over this bit for a second. But basically, the brain credits increases by 200 PEPECOIN for every 1,000 PEPECOIN burned. I will link this below so you can go read about it in detail, but it's all the details on like the nuts and bolts of how it works, if you redeem this much or don't, etc. So very, very granular. All right, so let me now just run through a quick manual. Okay, so I'm going to share this manual that I'm about to go through right now with step-by-step screenshots for you so you can go through it step-by-step, linked below, but we're going to go through it together right now, okay? So this is how you can get a brain. You will go to burn.pepecoin.io. You're going to connect your ETH wallet, as you can see here, with your MetaMask. It'll look like this. And I'm not showing you in real time because it is my real wallet and I can't risk exposing all my details. But this is what it will look like, exactly like this. This is a screenshot. So you're going to choose acquire brain credits, right? So the left-hand side button. Then it's going to take you to a screen that looks like this. And you're going to select how you want to acquire your brain. And you can either do it by staked PEPECOIN or through brain credits, depending on which one you have. You're going to select redeem, then select partial ownership, as you can see on my screen, if you have less than 1,000 BCRED. If you have PEPECOIN, you'll select burn and choose how much to burn for BCRED. Okay, so that is what you will do. It'll take you to a page that looks like this. As I said a moment ago, you'll click redeem and then you'll enter in how much you want to redeem and click the redeem button. See, so choose how many BCRED you want to redeem and then click redeem. And then at this point, ta-da, you are now an owner of a brain if you redeemed 1,000 BCRED, which you will need in order to have like full ownership. But that said, that is it. And once again, you would come here to burn.pepecoin.io to do it. And as I showed you a moment ago, you simply press connect your wallet and then you go through all the prompts that I just showed you below. Now, what if you don't have BCRED or you don't have PEPECOIN? Well, then this part of the video is for you. You would simply go to Uniswap. It'll bring you here. you would connect your wallet at the top of the screen over here. This is one of my wallets. You will then click which asset right here, which I'm hovering over, you want to swap from. It's like ETH and USDT. And then here under select token, which I won't do for you because it'll show you all my holdings, you would click on this and then you would paste in, copy and paste, you would paste in either PEPECOIN's contract address or BCRED's, which I'm going to show you right now. So this is BCRED on deck screener. You would go over here to the right hand side of the page and you would click on this little guy. As you can see, it says copy token address. If I zoom in on this and hover over it. So I would click on it one time. I'd go back to Uniswap. I would paste it in and then it would allow me to buy it that way. If you need to buy some PEPECOIN, you can go to something like CoinGecko as well, right? You type in PEPECOIN, it looks like this. Make sure the logo looks like this, guys, because the other Pepe is a scam. This is the right one. And you would scroll down and on the left-hand side of the screen, you would click on this little guy. It will become a green check mark once you clicked on it. This is the correct contract address, so take a screenshot if you want to be extra sure, as you should always be in crypto. You always check the first few digits and the last few digits of the contract address you're buying of or sending to. Always, 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 because it's happened before where people leave off one letter in the front or the end, and then that money is lost forever into the ethers. So you want to be very careful. So same thing, once again, you'd go back to Uniswap and you would simply select the second drop-down option here, and then you would paste in the address and then you can buy it that way. I showed you both how to buy BCRED and PEPECOIN, assuming you've first connected your wallet. If you want to buy some BasedAI as well, you come back to like a CoinGecko or a deck screener. You type in BasedAI. It's this guy. It's the B logo with the black background. Looks like this. Currently looking at a little dip here, so it could be a good time to buy. You will also scroll down and you would copy this little guy. The contract ends in 185 and starts with 0x44. And same thing, you'd go back to Uniswap, make sure your wallet's connected, click this button, paste in the address and buy it using ETH or USDT. And then now you own some. So then you can go follow the instructions that I showed you a moment ago with the manual linked below. And you would simply go either stake your PEPECOIN, stake or burn, or your BCRED as well. And then you can also buy a brain that way. Now, if you have some Based and you want to move it over to a different chain, you can also do that using what is called a bridge. Maybe you already know this, but you can go to something like this is dBridge. You'll click on it. It'll say at the very top right-hand corner, it'll ask if you want a bridge. You'll say yes. It'll bring you to app.dbridge.finance. And you can see I am currently connected with my Ethereum wallet. So you would click on the network that you want to swap from, and then you would come over here and you would pick what you want to pay to what you want to receive. Now, I can't show you because my actual wallet's connected to this right now, but once you click on this little drop-down option, you're going to see a big pop-up window that'll ask you to which network you want to swap to. And this could be BNB, this could be any other network, right? Ethereum or any other network. So this is the tool you would use to swap your Based over to a different network. But what if you don't have Based's network in your MetaMask? What do you do, right? Well, you have to add it. And this is also going to be linked in the little cheat sheet manual, step-by-step manual linked below, but I'm just going to show it to you guys right now. You would have to go to your MetaMask. Once you open it, it'll look something like this, right? So at the top left-hand side, you can see right now, for the purpose of this example, we are on Ethereum's network. If you click this little drop-down button within your MetaMask at the top, it'll give you a drop-down of all the networks that are built into MetaMask, because sometimes they have networks natively built in, but sometimes they don't. And sometimes they'll give you the custom, add a custom network. You're gonna wanna click on that button, and then you're gonna wanna input this data, guys. I hope it's not blurry on the screen, but you're gonna wanna add in the information. So now you have BasedAI's network built into your MetaMask. And this, put in the network name, BasedAI, the RPC URL, this is it. Take a screenshot, the chain ID, and the symbol based, and then it'll pop up. And once you have this, okay, then if you have already, for instance, already staked your PEPECOIN, I've gotten this question a lot, and you want to unstake it, because if you remember, if you stake your PEPECOIN, you earn BasedAI. But what if you want to unstake it, right? You want to know what your rewards are. Now that their mainnet is live, your BasedAI will show up under Based Network within your MetaMask. So if you want to either stake or unstake your PEPECOIN, you would go to pepecoin.io. This is their really awesome website. You would come here, and let's start over just because it's really, really fun. Once you get to the website, it'll look this way. You're gonna press any button to start. It's like Flash from the past. And you'll connect. If you're new, you'll click guest. If you're not, you'll click Web3 account. Guest, press the arrow, super cool music, takes you back in time. And then you would click on based staking, double click, it'll bring you here. And this is where you'll have to connect your MetaMask. You'll click connect Web3, which I won't do because it's my real wallet, but I do walk you through step by step in the manual linked below. So you would connect to your wallet. At that point, make sure that you are in the MetaMask wallet that is holding your PEPECOIN. And then once you've made sure that this is so, then you can stake. You'll get the option to stake your PEPECOIN that way. And then remember, when you do this, the PEPECOIN will disappear from your wallet because now it's staked here. But every so often, as the blocks are basically being validated, you will receive based rewards in the token based. So that is happening. And if you want to unstake, you want to come back and, you want to take your PEPECOIN back because I don't know what, maybe you want to sell some, hopefully not. But if you do, because you're still turning your money, then you could come back here and you'll get the option to unstake it. And once again, the instructions will be linked below. But once you do, your based tokens will be delivered. I don't know if they're going to be airdropped, but they will show up under your based network wallet in your MetaMask, because every network is a separate wallet. They're just aggregated under MetaMask, or your one MetaMask. Okay, so don't get confused or wonder like, hey, where's my based? You have to make sure that you've swapped over, you've moved over to based network, as I just showed you and gave you the information on how to add the network, because that's where your based rewards will be sent. Now, assuming that you're in your MetaMask and you went to the top, as I have instructions for you below, and you make sure you're over on the based network, then you would come back here and you would simply click this little guy, the second tab that says based. And once you do, and your wallet's connected, then you have the option to redeem your based, and they should show up or they should show up directly in your MetaMask under your based network. Make sure that you're in your based network wallet, because otherwise you're going to think they're missing and you're going to freak out. But just remember that and play this again if you need to, or ask me questions in the comments section below or in my Telegram community, because I'm very, very happy to help you if you have questions. So let me know, guys. But this is where all the magic happens. So remember, you can acquire some BCRED or PEPECOIN off of the open market by going to Uniswap and copying and pasting over the contract address as you can find on Dex Screener, as I just showed you, or CoinGecko. And then you can use them you can use the BCRED or PEPECOIN to acquire a brain on the Based website, as I showed you earlier, or you can also come here to PEPECOIN's website and you can stake your PEPECOIN as well to earn Based. And your Based tokens will be delivered to your Based network MetaMask wallet. So that was a mouthful, I know, but it's because there's so much going on and it's an incredible project. And yes, it's highly technical, but the rewards are huge. It's an amazing project. And it's a super hot topic and narrative, and one that's frankly here to kind of save us all from huge giga projects and companies like OpenAI. I'm not trying to, throw shade or speak bad about them, but they are selling your data. They are selling our data. I'm like quite certain of it. Like that is what they're doing. That is their model. That's why it's free. So once again, I hope you gained value. I hope you could follow and understand what I was explaining. Let me know if you have questions, and let me know if you want me to cover another topic in great detail as well. And I'd be very happy to do this for you. So ciao.